Hey everyone, how's it going? So I was doing a live stream like a couple days ago, and in this live stream I was trying to build out like a little pastebin clone where I can type in some text like hello world and persist that gets saved to a database. And what I wanted to try to do was display like a URL so that the user could just like right click on this and copy and save it to wherever they wanted to and like paste it to a friend if they wanted to. And I'm using next.js, by the way, and I wanted to kind of walk you through something that really caused me a lot of trouble understanding. And I think explaining this all to you all will help you also understand how Next works and how like the static generation, or I guess it's called the pre-generation, works in Next, and how like server-side rendering might work. So let me show you the issue. So if you go to this page, right, this is the page we're on that I just showed you. It has a link here, and that link has location.origin in it. Now, if you go back to the UI and I refresh this, it says location is not defined, okay? Which makes sense because when you create a route in Next.js and you try to access it, Next under the hood is going to kind of pre-generate a static page for you, I believe, if I'm explaining that correctly. And during the server-side rendering and the pre-generation, there is no location, right? Because this is ran on the server, there's no location.origin. But I kind of got tripped up on this. I want to kind of explain like what are some approaches you can do to kind of get around this if you do need to access stuff that's on the window or location, etc., inside of your component outside of the server-side rendering, right? So I think like someone mentioned that I could do like location and just like put like a little check to not have it crash if location is not defined. But I do believe that this will still not work because, again, location is just not defined. I mean, I could do like window.location, and again, I don't think window is going to be defined either. So no matter what you do, like you don't have access to know. Well, I guess you can know if this thing was rendered. So like another approach I tried to do as well is I wanted to dynamically just like not show the link. And I believe there's like a little hack you can do, type of window is equal to undefined. And if we are not on the browser, so there is no window at all, then don't render this. So if it's equal to undefined, then, or other way around, if it's not equal to undefined, then don't render it. I'm sorry, this video I didn't really prepare for, so I'm kind of like talking in circles. But when you do that, like if you just try to think, oh, I'm just going to dynamically render this on the browser, not in the server, it fails because Next is trying to match the static generated site against the site that was like rendered on the server. And they don't really match because this is going to dynamically render on one and not on the other. And so when this site comes to do hydration on the front end, like it can't do it correctly because you've messed up how the layout is. So this doesn't work either. And again, I'm probably butchering this explanation, but to get around this issue, you can't access location.origin here, okay? No matter what you do, you can't really access it. So the workaround is you could have this location origin come from an effect, because effects always run in the front end, right? They never run on the server. So I kind of created a use origin hook here that just has some simple state. And when the component mounts, we are setting the origin to location.origin and we return that origin state. Okay, so it's like a little hack to get around the issues of Next.js trying to do this pre-generation and the hydration mismatching. But if I were to just use that instead, I'll just go ahead and say origin here and refresh the page. Notice I get no issues. There is a little bit of a flicker where it has to kind of like run the hook first to get the actual origin and put it in the URL. But that's one way that you can kind of achieve what I was trying to achieve. Now, I'll be honest, there's better ways to do this. I believe people are saying just use like a process.env. And I think I actually ended up taking that approach. Like I did like a process.env.public next base URL or something like that. If you just set this on your env file, like, and you can change it if you're in development mode or production, like this is one workaround as well. But I just kind of got hung up on like, how do you actually get the origin on the page? Because like, it's kind of hard to understand like when is stuff rendered on the server, because if you look down at the bottom, I'm not doing get server side props anywhere. So it's not a server side rendered component, but Next is still going to run like a server side rendering to pre-generate a static page, I guess, and then does the hydration behind the scenes when you hit that URL. I think there's like one other approach that we tried on the stream, which I think would be cool to kind of mention in this is, let's say you wanted to get this link. And what I'm showing you is just like an example, like don't actually do this. You can dynamically load in components and tell Next not to server side render them. So let's see if we can do that real quick. I'm gonna make a component called like, actually I already have one here from the stream. So I have one called origin text. And all this does is return location.origin. All right, so it's really basic component. It's kind of a dumb component to even use. But let's say you didn't want to use this custom hook approach. What you could actually do instead is I think you can import origin text equals dynamic. Honestly, I might have to go Google this. I don't remember. I think there's like a next.dynamic or something. How do you, okay, next dynamic rendering. I don't even remember how to do this. I did it on the stream. Let's just take this and we're going to simply just do this. And I'm going to say origin text, components of components, origin text. And there is a little thing you can put here called server-side rendering of false. I don't know why that wasn't auto-importing before, but let's see. I don't know why this is red, but let's just kind of show real quick like what I was getting at. You can actually render this component out, and then I could just simply render out the string of this. Again, this is like a little hack approach just to kind of understand more how Next is doing this type of stuff. So if I just delete this and render out that snippet, I think it'll work now. If I go back to the page and, okay, you can't do that with that. You might have to like wrap this in one component here. All right, so again, this is like a super hacky approach. I wanted to kind of talk about this approach where you can dynamically import components and tell Next to not render them on the server ever. So when Next comes through and tries to do the pre-generation on this component, it's going to see this and it's just going to like not do it. And I believe if I go to my network tab, like when this page actually finishes loading on the client side and I refresh, I think it will fetch this component maybe. Let me go here. I could be completely wrong, but I'm going to assume, yeah, right here, source components, origin text, TSX, right? So using this dynamic loader, you're telling Next to defer loading this on the server and load it when the actual UI loads. Okay, so that's kind of going to fetch that component and then dynamically inject it on load time when you hit this route. So I thought this was kind of interesting, like a nice topic to kind of share with you all. If you're trying to learn Next and you're kind of confused about how like the server-side rendering works and how the pre-generation works, and you're getting tripped up in weird errors because like you're trying to access something that shouldn't ever be accessed on the server and you only want to access on the client, this is a workaround. Using a hook with use effect is a workaround. And I don't know if there's any other workarounds. So if you have any workarounds, leave a comment below and kind of explain what you know about Next. I also don't know why this is complaining. I have a TypeScript error here. I'm not sure why that's complaining, to be honest with you all. Maybe I need to use like suspense or something. But anyway, I hope this was like a cool little, thought-provoking video, just to kind of expand your knowledge on Next.js. Anyway, join my Discord if you want to talk to me directly or ask other people who are trying to learn how to code questions or just trying to help yourself, like be part of a community of people struggling to learn the code as well. And yeah, do the likes, the comments, subscribes, whatever. Have a good day and happy coding.